This is a press conference by the people of Ogheye-Eghoroke community, dated this day, Tuesday, 13 January 2026. Holding at Ogheye-Eghoroke community in Warri North local government areas of Delta State, Nigeria. The President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFRO, His Excellency, Right Honorable Sheriff Oborowore, the Executive Governor of Delta State, Honorable Festus Ani Ashima, the Chairman of Warri North local government area, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my elders, women, and youth leaders of Ogheye-Eghoroke community. Good morning, distinguished members of the press, representatives of government, civil societies, organizations, and fellow Nigeria. We thank you for responding to this call, because what brings us here today is not politics, not propaganda, and not speculation. What brings us here today is survival. We stand before you as people of Ogheye-Eghoroke community, a people whose land is disappearing, whose homes are under threat, and whose future is being washed away quietly, steadily, and dangerously. Ogheye-Eghoroke community is located at the estuaries of the Benin River flowing into the Atlantic Ocean in Warri North local government area of Delta State. Today, over 70% of our ancestral land has already been swallowed by the oceans. What remains is a thin and fragile strip of land that experts warn may be completely lost within the next 4 months, especially as the April rainy seasons and high tide surge approach. This is not an exaggeration. This is not fear-mongering. This is life realities of our people. Let us be clear. This crisis did not fall from the sky. It is the combined result of climate change and decades of oil and gas exploration activities, dredging, canalization, and environmental degradation that destroyed the mangroves and natural barrier that also protects our shoreline. Yet, in the midst of this destruction, Ogheye-Eghoroke community remains a host community to major oil and gas facility, namely Kito 1, Kito 2, Ogheye, Jacket 2, Ogheye, Jacket 4, Jacket 6, Jacket 8, Jacket 10, Jacket 11, Jacket 14, Tapa and Delta fields, and many more that generate wealth for Nigeria. While national assets are protected, our land is allowed to disappear. While pipelines are secured, families slept in fear. As people of Ogheye-Eghoroke community, we feel this crisis most painfully. We see mothers wondering where their children will sleep tomorrow. We see homes cracking, livelihood collapsing, and dignity slipping away with every tide. As people of Ogheye-Eghoroke community, we face a future being erased before it even begins. A youth without land, without livelihood, and without hope is a youth pushed towards desperation. This is how insecurity is born. This is why we are here today to say enough is enough. We call on the federal government of Nigeria to remember its constitutional duty. Section 14, subsection 2B of the Nigeria Constitution stated clearly that the security and welfare of the people shall be the primary purpose of government. Allowing an entire community to be washed away violated that duty. We call on the Niger Delta Development Commission to rise to its mandate. This is not the time for bureaucracy or paperwork. This is an emergency, ecological crisis, and it demands immediate action. We call on multinational oil companies operating in our territory to accept responsibility, not tomorrow, not after studies, but now. Corporate responsibility does not end at token gesture, while host communities face extinction. There is a solution. Emergency shoreline protection using sand, cement, stabilized geobags can be deployed quickly to aid erosion and protect what remains of our land, while long-term solutions are planned. The technology exists, the expertise exists. What is missing is political and institutional will. Let us be very clear. Delay is not neutral. Delay is displacement. If nothing is done, family will be uprooted, history will be erased, and the cost, human, economic, and security related, will be far greater than the cost of acting now. We did not come here to demand cash. We came here to demand justice, responsibility, and urgent intervention. Ogheye-Eghoroke must not become another forgotten name in the long list of Niger Delta communities, sacrificed to neglect. We urge the media to carry this message. We urge government to act decisively. We urge oil companies to stand up to their responsibility. This is not a political argument. It is a human emergency. Action now will save land, lives, and national assets. The occurrence of the recent surge in January 3rd, 4th, and 5th, 2026 spurred up this conference. Save our land, protect our people. Act now before it is too late. Thank you.
Last time you came to Ogheye was 8 months ago. The 8 months now, I told you that in 3 months' time, come back. What you recorded last time about what happened, the surging wave that led to the devastation of many houses in the community 8 months ago, I told you to come back in 3 months' time that you will get another difference. I'm glad you are here today. I also see you going around the coastline, taking some kind of filming so that you want to make a comparison to what you've gotten 8 months ago.
Lọ́lé ìwé iná ìjàwó akẹ́fọ́ omi ló jẹ́ kẹ́kẹ́ bá tún yàn ẹran o àkàrà omi jẹ́ lọ́lé bàbá tẹ́wọ́ tó wógun bó tẹkùn ra wẹ́rẹ́ dédé wò mìíràn omi gbó dédé àkàṣán ṣé àkàrí bọ̀jáwé ẹkùn kẹfọ́ ẹgbùn náà àgbékúgbé kẹfọ́ rẹ gbé bọ̀jáwé omi dédé ó pọ̀ bó dédé ó gbà bó dédé jẹ́ fi pílàwé fi pílà òbídá ṣe òye pílàwé borrow water èyí borrow water tó gbé sí rẹ̀ ògbó rẹ̀ there's no more water in here again àìní omi tá a mọ kẹfọ́ àìní omi tá a mọ ṣàkárí omi wé lọ́lé bẹ̀jẹ̀ before this year we run out before next two months we go dey go to lọ́lé agbó tó àlẹ́ rẹ̀ àkárí bọ̀jẹ̀ wé òun rẹ̀ wọ́n rẹ̀ òun àjò Ogheye wéré Ogheye ẹ̀ka gbúṣọ̀ orúkọ níbo dédé ní ẹ̀yẹ dédé òun rẹ̀ dédé go time.
It is true. You've seen the difference that 8 months from the period you came, there was a lot of damages being done as a result of the sea incursion. This damage has caused a lot of devastation, of which rendered a lot of people homeless. Like the place you went to the other time when you came, the last building there, that blockhouse you saw, the roof was removed. That was the house built for the oldest man in the community. A lot of houses that are connected, that are around that same area of that house, they've all gone to the Atlantic Ocean. If you look at the extreme, you see a lot of GP tank and some houses, property that are being moved, evacuated from the seaside, now to a bit up of the hinterland. This as a result of the recent development from the sea incursion. Now, we are very, in fact, with what we told you and what you are seeing now, really prove that the damage as a result of the sea incursion without no government embankment, particularly along the coastline, the community in less than a few years from now, nobody will stay. It will become a fishing point where people will start fishing. Like when I told you last time that we lost 2 communities to the Atlantic Ocean, and one of the community is Ogheye-Zion and Ogheye-Eghoroke community. They are now a fishing point. We're supposed not to be so. The population that were there in these 2 communities were over 4,000 people. Over 4,000 people, and they have all gone to various places. Now, the leftover community is Ogheye-Eghoroke, and it's not even a complete community now, because a lot has been eroded away. As I speak to you, we are all in serious pain. We need sea protection, the shore protection, I mean. That shore protection is only what can save this land. If you went to Gula, you will see what they did there. Gula is just like here.
Government, I call video, I call Siamo. Since last year, November, my grandma has done water. Even when I was now small, I remember, say I fishing for them, now small, I remember water scholar. I beg the government, Oja they dey go town. Oja they can't go town. I beg the government, make the airport so our building don't finish. Water don't spoil, our building finish. Make the airport, and this river now to get money. I beg. I for this river now to get money. Make the airports. I beg, make the airports. Now we see the water, so the place cut our house finish. I beg go. Yeah? Now from this river to the fishing, to the get money to feed our children, to our mama, papa. Now from to the feeding, I beg go. Government, I beg.
If you are coming from Sapele now, heading to the Atlantic Ocean, is the last community that you meet just by your right. Now, if you are coming from the Atlantic Ocean and you want to enter from the estuary, which is the Bamount, is the #1 community. So the #1 community is going on total extinction. What will the map tell us tomorrow to our coming children? That this is Nigeria map, and we have the Benin River map. Ogheye is not there, Ogheye-Eghoroke is not there, Zion is not there. It is impossible. We are begging, and we seriously want to to use this community as a case study to many people, to see those community leaders who have been a problem, hindrance to the development of our community and many of the Shekiri community. The visit of Oghame through Rigo Agofifen, I believe that we will attain the glory of this land, and that is what we are praying. And by the grace of God, Oghame will not leave us to suffer. Oghame will not leave his land. He's prepared, and we know his government and his leadership as a father and a king is going to do better, and that is what we are praying.